Hello and welcome to my review of Die Another Day. Die Another Day is the 20th film in the James Bond franchise. Now, I do understand this film has one hell of a reputation for being bad, but in my personal opinion, well, actually, before I go down that route, I'm going to go down this route. I just like to make it very clear that much like The Man with the Golden Gun, this is one of the earliest Bond films I saw. It was the third one, to be very specific, because I had bought Goldfinger, Golden Gun, and this film. And obviously, I suppose when you look back at it, choosing Golden Gun and Dying of the Day was not the best call. But I mean, I couldn't buy Goldeneye because in the UK it's rated 15 at least. And I don't know, I just didn't see Tomorrow Never Dies or What Is It Enough as an interesting enough looking one, so I just picked fucking Down in the Day, which was probably dumb, but hey, I was a very small child when this happened, so don't at me. Um, I even at one point actually thought this was the best Bond film, and if you go on my Facebook page, which I'm not linking anywhere on any of my social medias because it's a cancer, but if you look on my Facebook page, I used to post daily about Judi Dench is M in Down in the Day and so on and so forth, and it was really sad and not very good. So don't look at that. Um, but yeah, I just obviously I learned the error of my ways, and it's obviously not any my favorite one anymore. And as you can see from the letterbox rating, that's 3.5 stars. I just feel like it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. Personally, I feel like there's a lot more fun to have with it, and it's certainly better than Quantum of Solace, in my opinion. And yet again, I am telling you this that I am rewatching Quantum of Solace for the first time in a long time this evening. So yeah, but I do think that it's incredible. I do feel like it gets more flack than it actually deserves, and it's not as bad as everyone remembers it as. To be honest, I still think you could have more fun watching this film than Moonraker personally, and I think you'd have more fun watching this film than Thunderball, and have more fun watching this film than Quantum, and having more fun watching this film than even Man with the Golden Gun at points. But that's me personally. Again, Golden Gun and this film are quite people would put in the same bracket of pretty shit, but I don't believe that to be true. I think the Gustav Graves is extremely underrated, and I just think he's very underrated, and people don't understand that he's actually quite a good villain. I don't. He's definitely not the best, but he is. I still think Toby Stevens plays him brilliantly, and also you've got Halle Berry as Jinx, and Rosamund Pike as Miranda Foss, who I think are both two very good Bond girls in my opinion. Not the best, but not the worst. Like I said, again, score is once again by Mr. David Arnold. Standout tracks include "On the Beach," "Kiss of Life," "Cuban Car," "Wheelchair Access," Gustav Graves' Grand Entrance, "White Out," "Welcome to Cuba," and "James Bond Will Return." I think it's a good score. It's definitely one of the standout elements of the film. But when you put it up against certainly some most of his other work, it comes in about out of the five he did. Tomorrow Never Dies, What Is Not Enough, Dawn of the Day, Casino Royale, and Quantum of Solace. It comes at about, I'd say, fourth, because at the top, right at the top there is Tomorrow Never Dies, and underneath that is Casino Royale, the next film, and then right below Casino Royale is What Is Not Enough, followed by this film, and then obviously at the bottom for me is Quantum of Solace, because I haven't heard the Quantum of Solace music in a long time, or the film for that matter. So I'm going to be sitting down to watch that soon. But yeah, I just think it's Dawn of the Day is a lot more fun uh, than a lot of people give it credit for, and it's certainly much better than Quantum. At least the last time I watched Quantum, at least. But I do think that it gets a bad rap, and I do believe that maybe people should give it more time. And I think that if you look at it from a certain perspective, you can still have fun with it. And I don't directly compare the two films, but I feel like a good comparison is comparing it to, say, not Batman and Robin, because it's not as bad as that, but Batman Forever. It's certainly more campy, but then again, that's just like the classic older films for this case, or older series in the case of Batman. And I think it works in a way that really helps to at least establish a nice campness. So I'm sure it's really not the best, it's not the best plot wise or villain wise or anything, but I still, for some reason, find myself enjoying it a lot more than some of the other films of the franchise. Which I'm ashamed to say that, but I think it's a lot of fun. And I mean that it is dying of the day at the end of the day, so it doesn't surprise me that people dislike this film. But on a general scale, I just think Dying of the Day is obviously it's one I've seen very early on. So for me, it's a very personal connection, and very ashamed to say I used to think it was the best Bond film, but I just think that people need to give it more attention. Obviously, it coming in between two of the better ones, Casino Royale and What Is Not Enough, it leaves a certain spot, and obviously it was, the last film in nearly 4 or 5 years at time of release, and it was also the last film to star good old Pierce McBrosnan as James Bond. So that's quite fun, but I just think that people need to, much like Spider-Man 3, which is not the right comparison at all, but I feel like people give that a lot of flack for being, or maybe the better comparison is probably X-Men 3, which is X-Men 3, so you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's still a lot of fun, and I do recommend everyone give it a watch if they're looking for a good campy action film that's a lot of fun, with good dialogue, good music, and really good actors in it. To be honest with you, some pretty good action scenes in the film. I mean, Gustav Graves' fencing fight with Bond is fun. The action sequence towards the end of the film finale where they crash in the Antonov, while not being as realistic as other things, is the thing. The car chase in this film was absolutely brilliant with Zhao's Jaguar XKR and Bond's Aston Martin Vanquish. It's a brilliant chase sequence, and it's definitely one of the standout scenes of the film. And they were technically going to mimic this very chase in Spectre, what I mean by that is Bond drives a newish modern Aston, and the villain drives a newish modern Jaguar. And obviously, in this film, it's Bond in the Vanquish and Zhao in the XKR. In Spectre, it's Bond in the DB10 and Mr. Hinks in the CX-75, which I do feel like, while those cars in particular are better than the cars in this film, I do believe that Die Another Day has the better chase and the better use of stunts, special effects, visual effects, blah blah blah. Obviously, when you talk about special effects, visual effects, and this film, there is one particular scene that people would love to bring up, and I'm going to just talk about it here for a few minutes, and that's of course the windsurfing scene. Now, this gets in a lot of worst Bond moments, and I think people tend to compare quite a lot to the use of the slide whistle in The Man with the Golden Gun, which I'd like to use a point that Calvin Dyson made, is that uh, with the Golden Gun one, it's shitting on a good moment, whereas in here it's shitting on a shit moment, really. So it's not really as bad, because Golden Gun's Astral Spiral Jump is really good, and the fact that side whistle was there is annoying. But with this film, I just feel like that windsurfing scene, it has good music to it, and I love that music track that goes along with it. But it's really stupid. It's really fucking stupid, and there is no way on earth I can stand up and rightfully defend that by saying it's good. And that's one part of the film that I'm not going to try and defend, but I can defend the rest of the film as much as possible, and I will do that because I think the rest of the film is incredibly enjoyable, and I feel like people just overlook it because of, I don't know. It's just because of where it's slotted in the franchises areas and that. And I just feel like maybe if people give it another chance, watch it again. I think, and actually, I have done the day quite a few times on on home media. I also have it. I have it twice on Ultimate Edition DVD, once on VHS. Actually, I tend to have it twice on VHS because I bought the first VHS I had. But yeah, I think Down of the Day is when compared with the action films at the time, maybe not the best. But if I'm just looking at the last note from my lovely collection of movies over there, and I'm just thinking the nearest action film I can compare it to at the time would have been Mission Impossible 2, which I do believe, if you're asking which one was better, I would probably pick Down of the Day because I just have more fun with it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my review for Down of the Day. In the description, a letterbox review, Linktree, all that love, all the usual stuff. The next episode of the podcast is coming out very soon. We're recording it on Saturday, the 20th of March. We'll be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Godzilla vs. Kong, a bit of Junkie XL and his music, which I'm probably going to force upon the guys, but I don't think they'll give a shit at the end of the day. But yeah, more topics. We're going to hopefully trying to find some video game topics to talk about. But yeah, we'll be talking about the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, Zack Snyder's Justice League, which just released today. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe. Like button is always appreciated. Podcast on SoundCloud, podcast on YouTube. But yeah, bye bye for now, guys. Bye. Yeah, Down of the Day. Check it out. It's fun. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.